Gather up your projects, settle in your favorite spot. It's time to stitch with Sarah at her stitchy Camelot. Let's celebrate each other, this community we've got. It's time to get down to Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, where we will discuss and celebrate all things cross-stitch. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join me
at Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is FlossTube number 39. It is Wednesday, December the 27th, 2023. I would like to take this moment to welcome each and every one of you to my FlossTube channel. As I do always at the beginning, I want to give a lot of love, hugs, kisses for the photo bomber himself, Stan, for writing and performing the song that you just heard in the intro. If you are new to my FlossTube channel, I hope you will like what you see, that you will subscribe, ring the bell, share, and do all the things that we do at FlossTube. And for my returning viewers, welcome back. I hope you have all had a wonderful holiday season if you celebrate and have been able to share time with family and friends. But it is good to be back and to spend some time with you. As you can see, I am back at my home. There will be no cats to escape. I can make no promises about any photo bombs from Stan today, but all the animals will be safe. I loved the fun that you guys seem to have had with the chaos of the last video, but we really enjoyed our stay with the two cats, Leo and Lizzie, and we're going to be off for another sit around the 1st of January. So what have we got today? I had two things that I wanted to talk about first, coming out of comments, and the first one is from Donna. And Donna, I told you this was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. As I have spent some time talking about 2 threads a day, 1 to 2 threads a day. We have projects where we put in 1 to 2 threads a day. And I think last time or the time before, I showed you what I meant by 1 to 2 threads. And Donna just threw in the beautiful extra word length. How easy. Language is wonderful. So it is 2 lengths of thread. Now your lengths of thread may have 2 threads in it if you are stitching 2 over 2 or 2 over 1 on Ada. But I thought that was so brilliant that I wanted to share it with you. And I certainly want to thank Donna for helping me as I explain that to all of you. So thank you. And then secondly, Sarah of Sew Me Sarah, hello Sarah, she was curious about the beaded ornaments that I have on the tree that's in the living room. So I have brought a couple of those for you to see. The majority of them look like this, and they are, let's see, do we have anything dark? Probably not. They look like that. And they are stitched all the way around. So each bead is put on with a pattern. And I probably have 40 or so. So you bead these and then you actually dip them in like future floor wax. There's another shape. You can see the crystals in there. Katie Strachan would probably love these. And then you just lay them on wax paper and they harden. And so then you have a firm, flat ornament. And when they are on with just white lights, oh, it's just really gorgeous. So Sarah, those are the ornaments. I get tempted to, I should have made a couple this year. I like to try to make a couple, but I didn't get around to it this year. So that's what the beaded ornaments looked like. And next, let's do our shares, because I did have some beautiful shares this time. And you all seem to enjoy that. And again, I want to continue to encourage any of you that would like to send your finished work or your work in progress or your fully finished work, I would love to share it with everyone because we all like to see what we are stitching on. So the first one is from Linda, and I did have one from Linda last time, which was the cute little sloth, the hanging sloth. And this one is the QS Library Fairy 5. It is a heaven and earth design on artwork by Randall Spangler and designed by Michelle Saeta. I hope I'm saying that right. She stitched it on a 28 count Jobelan 1/1 with full cross, and she stitched it for her local library. So Linda, that is a wonderful gift for your library. And I also found out from her email, which I didn't see last time, that Linda does have a FlossTube, and it is under Linda Klein Denst, and I will put all that information down below, so maybe you could go give Linda a look yourself and see all of her beautiful stitching. The second piece is from Tammy, and this is Dear Santa Stocking. It's by Romy's Creations, and it is from the 2023 Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, the Christmas Winter edition. And again, I'll give a plug for my hashtag of hashtag Stitch Smalls from PNPS. It is just a way of using these incredible charts that we have in these magazines if you subscribe, and if you don't, I'm going to give you another plug to subscribe because it is well worth it. But if we can kind of work on those and get ahead, then we will have little gifts for exchange, for gifts, for just random acts of kindness. They'll be all ready for us to send out. I say that I've been working on Seasons of the Heart Summer for way too long, but you know, a little Christmas got in the way there, so maybe I'll have that done by the first part of next year. So that was Tammy's piece, and that was Dear Santa Stocking. And then I have 3 pieces from Desiree, and they are gorgeous. The first one is Quaker Christmas by Hobby House Needleworks, and that is stitched on 40 count Light Sage by Roxy Flosco. She used Gloriana Silks 1/2. The second piece is Quaker Christmas by Midnight Designs. Is that right? No, Midnight Stitching. And she stitched this on a 36 count Sparrow by Luminous Fiber Arts, using Gloriana Silks 1/2. And then the third piece will be Charming Christmas by Noteworthy Needle. And she stitched this on 28 count Opalescent and the called for DMC. So those are my shares for this FlossTube. And again, I hope that gives all of you a lot of inspiration as it does me. And I love to celebrate other stitchers. So let's see now. If we've got that, I do have one shout out. I did watch the first FlossTube of on Instagram. She's known as the Traveling Stitcher, and her FlossTube name is Magnolia Nest Designs. This is a young lady that's been stitching most of her life. She does an ornament parade and a little Mill Hill tutorial. She, because of a medical reason, she filmed it all from the table, but she has such a charming voice, and a voice that exudes her love of stitching. And I love seeing all the ornaments and the things that she's done with them. And of course, we all love Mill Hill. And so it is a charming first video. And so I encourage you all to go over and take a look at her. I think we're about to start having a lot of the whip parades, the end of the year or first of the year whip parades. And so that's always exciting in our world. So we're going to have lots to do with FlossTube, and I just encourage us all to continue to try to watch as many as we can and support our new FlossTubers and support our young FlossTubers, and continue to encourage them so that we have a legacy that continues on after we're gone. So, okay, now that was... we're going to go right into fully finishes, and new starts, I just realized I probably buried the only new start I had. I only had one new start. How in the world did that happen? Well, we're going to correct that, aren't we? So we'll do that. Then we'll go into my works in progress or WIPs. I do have a plan, and you all can cast your bets as to whether I'll remember to tell you. I have some incredible happy mail that I want to share. And so let's get started. All right, my fully finishes. I'm going to have to put a picture because it's been gifted. Actually, of two of them. The first one that I will put is a picture of the small that I sent to Jody for the exchange with Across the Pond, Stitch Across the Pond. We did have an exchange this year, and this was what I sent up to Jody, and it is a Blackbird design, bringing home cheer, out of the Home for Holidays booklet. And so I'll run that picture across here. And that was one of the things that I had been working on in the month of December. The second fully finished object is the framed piece of Vince's sampler, which has been given to Vince and his family over the Christmas holidays. And I laced this myself. I found this perfect frame. I already had the frame and it just matched perfect, which was so exciting, and fit perfect. And I laced it myself and gave that to them on Christmas Day. Still not loving lacing, but I am going to continue to work at it. I know I will get better and better. I did learn how to do the weaver's knot. Nicola shows that in her video on lacing and framing, and I did learn how to do it. It took several tutorials on YouTube to find the one that would make it sink into my brain, but I got it, and I do think that helps. So it allows you to do a very strong knot in your lacing threads as you run out, and you need to add more thread to continue lacing. So I do think that I did a better job of keeping the lines straight, etc. I did a little more pinning this time than I did with Eliza's French Birds. But anyway, it is with Vince now, and we did have a lovely Christmas holiday with family all together. I know some of you have seen some of the pictures that the kids have sent. I put it up in my story on Instagram, and I might be running some through here as I talk of just the family stuff. So that was, and then I had two fully finishes that I have here, and it's A is for Angel and B is for Belle. And I have posted these on Instagram, but I used Vonna Pfeiffer's tutorial. These are my first two with cording. Oh my God, I know I give Sarah a hard time about putting chenille around everything. I might be doing the same, Sarah, with cording. I got so excited that it worked. And this is the fabric on the back, which is a Riley Blake fabric that was in the package from Stitching Lane, which is a online stitching store that I have talked about on my FlossTubes. So there those are. My plans are to do the series. I know I've only got 2 out of 26, but we've got time. So those were also fully finished. And so because I do have a new start mixed in with my WIPs, my works in progress, I will just dive in with those now. I will give you a peek at my planner. I have a beautiful sticker here from Katherine, Stitching in Costume. We had a lovely stitchy meetup. We had 2 this month of December. We had one on the 2nd, and then we had one on the 16th, where we gathered to stitch and to celebrate the birthday of the lovely Michelle Hudson of Almost Sacramento, California. Belated and happy birthdays again. She chose Christmas Rose to work on for her birthday start, and I have continued to work on that as well. So let's jump in. Let's see what I have been stitching on. You know what? I'm going to pause 1 minute. I realize I forgot a laundry basket. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're ready. We've got exciting things to show. I have continued in this month to stitch primarily Christmas for the first time, certainly since I've been doing FlossTubes, but really for the first time since I really had this resurgence of my stitching since the pandemic. And, oh goodness, I'm blanking on a name. Shelly with Antique Needleworks. She made a comment on her last video that really struck home with me, because she was talking about her love. She loves to stitch samplers, as do I. And I think it's one of the reasons why I don't have a wealth of seasonal stitching. And she was talking that she doesn't feel that she does either, because I want them, and then I tend to start them, but I always get drawn back to my samplers, which I dearly love. And I think Shelly and I both got over that a little bit this Christmas season. I know Laura Duet has been talking about how she has just been stitching Christmas, and that's Laura, Brenda, and the Cereal Starter. But I have, and I've really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to stick with a couple of things that are bigger through the year. I would love to continue with ornaments. I started off pretty good last year and then fizzled, but then I did just finish 2. So there we go. All right, so I'm going to start with my works in progress now, and my first one is that they are 2 on the same piece of fabric, and the first one is Christmas Rose, which I just talked about. Let me get, this is stuck. Okay, and this is the pattern. So Christmas Rose by Blackbird Designs. And I've made a lot of progress on this because I have spent a lot of time on it. I'm stitching this on 36 count Wren by Picture This Plus, and I'm using all of the called for overdyed. And so if we divide this in half, this half will have my work on Christmas Rose, and there's probably strings dangling everywhere. But I have come the house still needs to have the lighter color filled in, but otherwise it's done. I got the little tree here, this. I think I got this completely finished, some more border done, but isn't it beautiful? And this is the one that I plan to put my mother's initials in up here, which will be ERG for Eva Rose Grimes. So that is a Christmas Rose by Blackbird Designs. And then on the other side, I have started Bringing Home Cheer. I still don't have a whopping lot done on this, but it is beautiful. I think Peg on Instagram is also working on this, and I think she's a little further along. I'm stitching that again on the 36 count Wren with Picture This Plus and the called for overdyed floss. And this is my my small progress on that. But I did bring this border over just a little bit. I'm dying to put one of the red flowers in, but I try to make myself, really put in a little bit of border before I go for the fun stuff. But so that's Bringing Home Cheer. I don't think I'll have much trouble continuing to work on these throughout the year to have them ready for next Christmas. So, okay. And then next, let's just pull this over. Okay, these will all primarily be Christmas pieces. So this is Teresa Kogut's Merry Santa. Look at this house coming up. Oh, she's just a genius. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Cola by XU Designs, and I'm using the called for DMC. And this is my progress. So I came, oh my goodness. Well, let's just pull them down a little bit. I certainly got all this flower done, got started with this flower, this greenery. I did do some more work on Santa's, the red, but that is Mary Santa by Teresa Kogut. Oh, it's just fun, fun, fun. It has been fun stitching Christmas. Okay. The next one, again, is one of my favorites. And Sarah just wrote and said that she purchased this, so yay. And that is Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. I think we can look forward to a FlossTube very soon from Angi, the Tiny House Stitcher. And I asked her to please show her so that you could see the lovely things that she has done with hers, with the DMC Etoile. So I'm stitching this on 36 count Eucalyptus by Fox and Rabbit with the called for DMC. And this is my progress. So as you can see, I have almost completely finished the bottom of the sled. And then I actually finished this snowflake. It is no longer a partial. And then the scroll work on the sled, I got some more done on. So still a lot to do. These are stitch heavy. But oh my goodness. Just look at the colors. Can't you feel him walking? I mean, I just don't know how these artists do this. But that's Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. The next piece that I gave some love to is A Little Bit of Christmas, and that is by Samplers and Stitches. And I thought I had, there it is. I just need to get my card with my information. This is stitched on a 32 count Lugana by Color and Cotton with the overdyed, and I think I pulled 732 for the pea pod. And I am stitching this 1/1. So it's 32 count, but I'm stitching it 1/1. And so I got the gingerbread man in, and I brought this holly over. I got the M in for Christmas and some more work up here. So there's not much left. There's a really cute deer down here, and of course the rest of the word Christmas, but very close to a finish on that. So that is A Little Bit of Christmas. And I love that Color and Cotton fabric. It just look at isn't that gorgeous? So that is that one. Okay. Then, of course, the piece from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher by Teresa Manette, Kitten Stitcher, Merry Little Christmas. And this is out of the most recent Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. And I am stitching this on a 36 count pewter by Color and Cotton. I'm using most of the called for overdyed and DMC. And this is my progress. I did get further along. It's close, but not finished. I got an ice skate in and a package and a Mary Lit. I got the pot done under the Christmas tree. So it didn't quite make this Christmas, but it'll certainly be here for next. I know a lot of people are stitching this, and it really grabbed at a lot of people's heartstrings when that magazine first came out, because it's on the cover. Next is Merry and Bright, and that is a cottage garden sampling. Back that up a little bit. I am stitching this on 36 count eucalyptus by Fox and Rabbit. I'm using the called for overdyed floss. And this is my progress. So as you can see, I've got the house started. Continue to work on the greenery of this leaf. There is a lot of it, but it's going to be beautiful. I do see this as a pillow. Oh, I just think it would just be a perfect pillow. So that is Merry and Bright by Cottage Garden Sampling. It does, and it also just keeps you in the mood when you in the season. So I have enjoyed this. The next, because we had a dark 13, and I showed this last time because I actually filmed on the 13th, but I did work on it again after I recorded, and that is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. And I am stitching this on 36 count Endora by Needle and Flax, and I'm using Vicki Clayton silks. So this is my progress. I think I did start this since I've seen you last. I got this border all the way across. And I'm just like I said, because of the other attempt at stitching this, I am trying to do as many anchors and making sure that these banding areas are fully across to use as markers to put in the motifs. So that is Away We Ride, and I usually split up my dark 13 stitch right now between this and Lady Halloween by Jardin Privé. Then this is my new start. This is, I am now doing Santa 1987 from the Prairie Schooler book 204. I finished this one. He's down there on my table waiting to be fully finished. And 1987 is special because that is Eva's birthday. And so I got this much done. So it's a pretty good chunk. Oh my goodness, this one actually has a needle in it. So that is the Santa 1987 from Prairie Schooler book number 204. And you'll notice I cut off the fabric, Angi. Sweet, sweet Angi, that last time, had put together all the black threads for me to work with for my 1/1. Katherine, Stitching in Costume, did the wonderful video of her craft room, that Angi. She came over to me so sweetly on the 2nd, and she said, I could show you, how to measure things so that maybe you could cut your fabric down. Because if you guys remember, the first Santa, he was on a ½ yard, but I have cut it down. So, yay. Okay. My next piece is Dear, Dear Mary 395. She got some work on Thursdays. This is a Bristol sampler by Hands Across the Sea. I feel fairly confident that this will be a finish in 2024. And I am stitching this on 36 count Antique Ivory Edinburgh using Gloriana Poinsettia and Hollyberry. And again, I'm going to show you the area primarily. Okay, so I was working in this corner But I came over and then I finished filling in the Bible. I did the chicken and that little motif by the chicken. So that is what I have done over the last couple of weeks. This is it from the front in its entirety. So it's there and up and up and up and up and over. So really, really closing in. I have no idea how I could show you the back twice. Anyway, if we start seeing a real trend here, what are we going to do? So that is Mary 395. I know you guys are going to just think this is silly, but you know, I had that Bible outlined, and I was so moved when I got her name on there and her bed number, and I'm just so silly. And I thought, you know, she would really want her Bible, and so I went and stitched it so she would have it. There you go. And then my focus piece is Moonlight Sampler, and I am really getting close to a finish. This is the pattern by the Blue Flower. I'm stitching this on 36 count Grape Harvest by XG Designs with the called for overdye and DMC floss. I did change this dog to look more like Chester. So this is where I am. All of the words are finished that my daughter says you can't see anyway, but we'll not worry about that. But the whole, okay. And then both lanterns are finished. I have come down on this side here. I got the purple flowers. I'm starting on the white. The bottom border with the 3 colors, the 2 lavenders and the white, is finished. I think all I need to do is connect here and finish the flower and the greenery right here, and it's going to be finished. So I am so happy. I think I have one more bee, and I love her bees. They're just glorious. And there's Chester, and me as a younger Sarah with red hair. So this is very exciting. I suspect, or I hope, that maybe by the next time I show this, I will be showing you a finish. And I have it in my bag that Kathleen made, who is, Katherine made, it's either Katherine, who is Julie's daughter of Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie. And wasn't it just really wonderful to have them back? Oh my goodness, I could not wait to see them. They are just delightful. And Jane, I'm so glad you are doing so much better. I know that was a really rough time and probably a very scary time. So I know we're all thrilled to have you and Julie back with us. So, and then my last piece is my 2 lengths of thread a day, and that is Red Berries by Modern Folk Embroidery. I'm going to continue this as my 2 threads a day through this month, and then I will probably switch it for something else and then try to bring this back either mid-year for 2 threads a day, because I would like to have it by next Christmas. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Exceptional Eleanor by Those Missing Stitches. Thank you, Lynn, for your beautiful dyeing. And I'm using the Roxy Floss Co. Dark Sage and Cheeky. And this is where I am. So you can see I've almost got that border all the way around. This is a double border here, so I do have to do another. I'll have to go around one more time. I had to puff a little red in just to see it. So that is Red Berries by Modern Folk Embroidery. And those are my whips. I know you guys probably get worried, like, what in the world is she doing? Well, you'll probably see me back in full form next year. So those are my whips. And next, I want to do some Happy Mail. And I have some incredible pieces and things to share with you. The first of which is Angi of Angi, the same Angi that I've been talking about that does all this beautiful stitching. She does a lot of 1/1 on 25 count. This is 1/1 on 46 count. And I think that she thought I should have one because these are my initials, because I am working on a Bristol sampler. And guys, you just don't know what it's like to be handed something like this. It's a little overpowering. And I am so proud of it. And thank you so much, Angi. I have been wearing it because I think it's festive for the holidays, and I'm just beside myself. So thank you so much. I will treasure it. I will take care of it. It was interesting, and I wrote to her about it. Vince was really taken with this. Now, it's probably because he's taken with any jewelry or necklaces or things that dangle. I like to think it's because maybe he will be the child that cross stitches. But so that was one of the things that I got. And then I also got some at the same meeting in Sacramento, these gorgeous floss drops from Katherine, Stitching in Costume. And there was a Christmas sticker, which I have put in my book. But thank you, Katherine, for those. They're gorgeous, and I love them. Okay, I also have, Susan sent 2 charts that she had bought twice. And Susan, thank you for thinking of me, because I didn't have either one of them. She sent this gorgeous card. And I love flowers, so I certainly love this card. And she sent me Pennsylvania Christmas Deer by Kitten Stitcher, Teresa Vanette, and the ecru. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this would be a piece that would look good on Red Cedar by Cedar Linen Designs. Fabric by that Jody, the tricycle stitcher, is producing now. So that I'm very excited to, I thought I would get it started this Christmas, but I don't know. I may start it before the month is over, so who knows. And then she also sent a blackbird, and I did not have it. And this is Sing a Song of Seasons. And look at those colors. I absolutely can't wait to stitch it. And it has, I don't know if that's a dog or a cat. I can't tell. But I love it. So Susan, thank you so much for thinking of me. I know we all talk about our propensity to duplicate some of our purchases. I think I only did it once, and it was a blackbird. And I think it was a blackbird from the Loose Feather series. But anyway, thank you so much for that. And then, oh, okay, this is really special, very special. When I finished Ursula's sampler, you know, you just get so overwhelmed with emotion of something that you love, and something that has so many memories, because my first retreat was Sampler Symposium in January of this year, which was a wonderful time with so many stitchers. But it was always just graced by Jean and of course Carolyn, but Jean's presence in all of our lives. And so I emailed her when I put the last X in it, and I told her that it was finished, and I just wanted to share that with her. Not too long after that, I received a package in the mail, and she sent me Okay, hold on. Is Floss Bling from, oh goodness, from Ursilia's sampler. So, and this is made by a sampling of memories. It has little scissors on it and a little button. Looks like a mother of pearl button, but you can see the beautiful, especially it's the alphabet that I really love, and the duck and the chicken. So Jean, thank you. That was so unbelievably thoughtful of you, and I will treasure that as I treasure our friendship. So that was hard to get through, and this next one's going to be even worse. So, okay, just take a deep breath. You guys know me. Can't you imagine a floss tube with Chris Cross-Stitch and I? I think it would be just delightful. But anyway, we do have an ability to tear up. So Claire, beautiful Claire, wrote me and asked if I would send her some pictures of Chester and Stan and I, and that she just wanted to send me something. So I did, and I received this package on Christmas Eve, and it had in it an ornament with Chester. You can see the reflection of some of the lights on the tree. And then it had these pictures of us together. So that went promptly on the tree. And then there was this gorgeous collage of pictures. I always love this one. This is Chester and Mira, little Mira, who's 11 now. But they laid on the floor, and her older brother took the picture. And if you can see, it's like a heart here. And of course, when he was a little puppy, and we went through all his hat-wearing phase. Stan and I found the holidays were rough, and we missed him very, very much. So Claire, thank you for your kindness and thoughtfulness. It is very appreciated, and it helps Stan and I a lot. So thank you. Now, that was half email, and boy, it was just a wealth of kindness that sometimes they don't feel like I deserve, but nonetheless, it is so appreciated. So that you guys will lose your bet, I am going to tell you what my plans are. At least one plan that I have, and that was, even though I'm pretty much not buying, I did have to purchase this chart because the money from it is going to Doctors Without Borders, and that is the GGR Ellen Johnson 1883, which also has a bonus small from Needlework Press. I know Brenda and the Serial Starter is going to do this for the month of January as a blessing sampler. And Brenda, I would like to join you with this piece. And I've never done a blessing sampler. I think it's small enough that I can finish it in the month of January. So January 1st, I will be starting this. I haven't picked out the fabric or the thread yet, but it's GGR. It's money for Doctors Without Borders, which tragically are having to do more work than they probably have ever imagined. Oh, folks, let's just keep thinking about peace. So that was my main plan for January, that I will be starting that. I am anxiously awaiting going back to my sampler stitching. I do plan to do a lot of starts this year. I will have them in celebration of Sarah, of Sew Me Sarah and her 50 starts, and Michelle of Almost Sacramento, California, and her 60 starts to celebrate their birthday year. And So there will be a lot of that, and I know that you guys will be there with me as that basket of whips continues to grow and grow. So I wanted to take a minute here at the end to just say thank you. And but I want to make sure that I can't use names because there are too many. But I want to thank our designers. What a wealth of creativity and talent that are giving us so much joy to work on every day. Thank each and every one of you for your hard work and just sheer talent. I don't know what to say, but I wanted to thank the designers. I wanted to thank the fabric dyers and the floss dyers for giving us such a wealth of options to make things our own or stitch them exactly as called for. But just thank you for your hard work and giving us all that to use. I want to thank all the other FlossTubers. I think that we love to come into your homes, and we love to share our lives with you, our stitching with you, get to know you, and all the FlossTubers that I look up to and that I watch all the time. Thank you for, I feel like mentoring me as I have come along, and for the new ones that are jumping in and they're exciting and they're anxious to share their stitching and their stitching story with us. I want to thank those incredible people on Instagram and Facebook and other social media platforms that share their gorgeous stitching. They are a continued inspiration to each and every one of us. And you guys know who you are. And like I said, I would love to start shouting out names, but the thought of even forgetting one of you would just break my heart. Hi, it's Sarah. This is Future Editing Sarah. I will continue to insert these until I can remember not to forget important things. And one of the things that I neglected to mention at the end of the video was how grateful we all are for those that own and run our local needle workshops and our online needle workshops. This is their great customer service is how we get all the wonderful things that we have to stitch on, stitch with, and they provide us with charts galore. And so I did not want to neglect them in my list of things that I'm thankful for in our stitching community. Okay, we'll take you back to the regular video. Thank you for filming, Stan. He's not going to say anything. Okay, bye-bye. And then in my personal life, I just want to thank all of you. Darn it, I may have to stop this. You guys have just you have given me the most wonderful gift to be here. And so, okay, I'm so sorry, but you have. And I hope I continue to inspire and give you peace if you need it, make you laugh if you need it, make you all wish I would stuff a Kleenex up my nose. But anyway, I think you all know what you mean. And we need to continue to think about each other. There are still a lot of us that are going through so much. The world is going through so much. And I just want us to continue to think about the collective kindness of our community, making sure that we're there for each other and for all those that are going through difficult times right now. So I'm going to stop here because I will just babble. But I think I have shared everything that I have on my table. So I'm going to ask you to grab your stitching get comfortable, and stitch what you love. I love each and every one of you. So bye-bye until we meet again, which will be next year. Bye-bye.